It's that time again. Masquerade part, is it 6? Today, 6 cats running around my feet annoying me, 3 roosters annoying me. It's very warm as usual, but we're going to try and get through this story episode. As we left it, Craig was in his room. He'd just come back. He just told Nit, who was angry that he'd left her alone, and then for him to announce that he just had the best sex of his life for the last 2.5 hours with a ladyboy. Nit went berserk. Whether she fully understood him or not, but she went for every object in the room and started throwing it at him. She went for the TV. Luckily he grabbed the TV and stopped her. She then broke down into tears. Craig put his arm around her and she asked him why he didn't love her anymore. Craig was in a confused state. He was in a very nice place in his head after his encounter with the ladyboy. He sort of knew at that point there was no future for him and Nid, and he sat Nit down and said, look, this is just no good, you and me. You have a boyfriend, you're happy. I don't want to see you anymore with you and having another boyfriend. If in the future you finish with a boyfriend, then get in touch with me. I want you to go back to Pattaya, and I'll maybe send you an email in the future, and I'll give you some money now to go and say goodbye. As soon as he mentioned the word money, her eyes lit up. He went to his safe. She'd already packed her bag. He went to his safe and he pulled out 10,000 baht, which was a lot of money. He handed it to her and said, look, this is for everything we've been through. This is enough for you to get back to Pattaya. It gives you a week's money, and so you can move on. Oh, honestly. And her eyes lit up. 10,000 baht. Will you leave me alone? I'm talking to the subscribers. Her eyes lit up. 10,000 baht was a great amount of money. Evil Ron. Ow! Why you bite me all the time? Huh? Gee! Go away! Ow! 10,000 baht. A lot of money. She understood what he said, and she said, are you sure? And he said, yeah. He said, there's no future for us. He'd made his mind up, and Craig was, even though he was weak-minded going with her in the beginning, after he found out there was another guy involved, he'd made his mind up. Gave her the money and said, please go and maybe email me in the future. And she agreed. She said okay. She'd just been given a nice payday. She picked her bag up, she kissed him on the cheek and walked out the door. As soon as she'd walked out the door, a big relief came over him, as if a big weight had been took off his shoulder. He sat there maybe 20 minutes thinking what had happened, and he picked himself up, went and had a shower. After the shower he put some clothes on. He thought, I'm going to go and have a swim, maybe the ladyboys are there. He thought, well, actually I'll go to her room and see if she wants to come and have a swim with me. So anyway, puts his stuff in the safe, locks the room, got his shorts, t-shirt and a towel, off he goes. Was it room 1270 or something? He went up in the lift, down in the lift, walked around up to the new block, up in the lift, got to the room, and the door was open and the cleaners were there. It must have been after lunch. but he just looks in the door and points to the cleaners, and they say, check out, check out. It dawned on him then that she'd actually just checked out, and a panic came over him. So he shot back downstairs, over to reception, had a good look around. She wasn't there. Wasn't there, and pain on YouTube, cats climbing up your back. He scoured around the reception, no sign of her. He went over, he plucked up the courage, went over to the receptionist and asked if room 1270 had checked out. The receptionist, out the claws in my back, said, I'm sorry, they've gone. He said, it's a friend of mine, did they leave a phone number or forward an address? And I'm sorry, I can't give you this information, but she did look, and no phone number, no address, and she went, what could he do? Apart from pick 5 cats up and throw them. She'd gone. Not left a phone number. He didn't get her phone number. He hadn't got any contact details at all. He was sort of relieved in a way, maybe not. He headed up to the swimming pool. Got the swimming pool empty, nobody there, apart from the 2 guys with the towels, and he'd already brought his towel down. He ordered a beer, went and sat down in the shade on the chair that she was sat in before. And he just sat there contemplating life. And he seemed to be in a happy place. Now, at this point, I've got to point out, I met Craig about 3 times. And when I think it was the 2nd time, he told me the story, everything. I don't know much about ladyboys, toys. I don't really understand the process they go through, what makes them change from a man to a woman, whether they're transgender, whether they're a woman trapped in a men's body. I don't know, I don't understand, but I live and let live, and I never judge someone until I've met them. And I've met a few ladyboys over the years, and most of them have been brilliant. I asked him, I was nosy, we were getting on quite well, chatting quite a bit, and I actually said to him, I said, Craig, being nosy, I said, you know, can I ask you some personal questions about this, because I don't understand. And he agreed, and he was fine. And I said to him, are you gay? And he said, no, I have no tendencies, no attraction towards men. He said, I'm not gay, I'm not bisexual. And I said, but you went with a ladyboy. And he said, well, yeah, the ladyboy still had male organs. He said, but it was so different from anything I'd experienced in my life. He said, I love women, I love the female body. He said, but this ladyboy experience was better than anything. Maybe it's because the ladyboy was experienced, I don't know. And any second you'll hear a thud as Tigger falls off the top of my hammock. And he'd not experienced any tendencies for, you know, attraction to other men or anything like that before. He'd never experienced anything like that. And he said, no, I'm not gay. He said, I love women, I love the female body, and a few people I've met who've been with ladyboys, not gay, just love the experience. I don't fully understand it, but again, I live and let live, and I'm not one to judge people, and I don't personally care about religion or sexuality of people at all. So, and he was open-minded. I said, well, it's amazing, really. I said, I'm not going to ask him about the ins and outs of the aerobics he had, but yeah, he seemed complete straight guy. Yeah. Anyway, he's by the pool, contemplating. He realises straight away that this girl has gone, this ladyboy's gone, and that he probably never see her again. He starts analysing what he's just done and been through. Nit's gone, and he's glad. He fell for her, she had another guy, all that hassle. But it's brought him to the place now where he thinks, I want to actually explore the ladyboy scene. Okay, he's in Bangkok, he's got, what, a week? Was it a week left, thereabouts? What a place to be. I mean, Bangkok, there's a lot of places where you can find ladyboys. So, he's been, what, 7 or 8 times to Thailand? He doesn't really know anything about ladyboys, but he's about to find out, I suppose. He has a few beers by the pool, has a swim, and just chills. He starts thinking to himself, tonight I'm gonna go and try and find some ladyboy bars, ladyboy go-go bars, shows, whatever. And I'm not necessarily gonna go with a ladyboy, but he's gonna explore the possibilities. Just for you cat lovers, so you people can actually see what it's like to try and film a episode of any video anywhere around the house. I just keep getting attacked by the evil Ron. They just won't leave me alone. I love them to death. So annoying. And yes, I've got a scratch on my head from yesterday where one of these cats climbed up the hammock behind me and then jumped on my head with the claws open and scratched me. Craig later back to his room, showered again, changed, went off to get some food. He knew about the entertainment zones in Bangkok but hadn't really explored them. He knew Nana Plaza, there was definitely ladyboys bars and go-go bars there with ladyboys. He knew about Soy Cowboy but didn't know if there was any ladyboys there. But someone had told him about Cat Pong over Ceylon Way, night market, bars, a lot of ladyboys. So that was going to be on his path tonight, definitely. He went outside and hailed a taxi. Taxi driver pulled up and he just said Nana. Down the road to Nana, it's only about 80 baht, 100 baht, 5 minutes. He got out of Nana, paid the taxi driver, and he walked down Soi 4. And he went to a place that I used to go quite a bit, on the right hand side. So down Nana on the left, Nana Hotel on the right, 100 yards down on the right. Behind a wall, garden wall was a restaurant bar called the Bus Stop. 2 floors, and you can go upstairs and eat or downstairs. Quite nice food. He went in there, had some food on his own. Lovely waitresses, very chatty. Few foreigners sat around. Quite a few working foreigners go there. Quite popular with the teachers. Had a meal and sat there thinking, I'm going to go into Nana. And it's early, it's only about 7 o'clock in the evening, but Nana's open. Walks across through the famous little path going into Nana, And he went up to the first floor, walked around. There's go-go's around, and they were all girls pretty much, sat outside along the balcony putting their makeup on. Didn't spot any ladyboys. Went up the next steps to the third floor, which is, well, I think there's 3 ground, first and second, top floor. Went to top floor, walks along, and in the corner was a bar at the back right hand side. Ladyboys sat outside. So he thought, and as he headed for the door, a couple of the ladyboys grabbed his arm and walked him in. Sure enough, it was pretty much a ladyboy bar. They all looked like ladyboys in there, but it was really early. The music was on, there was a DJ bouncing up and down in the little jukebox. It was pretty much an average stage setup. And anyway, he went and sat on the side away from the stage, grabbed a seat. These 2 ladyboys sat with him, and he said, I'm just going to have a drink and look around for a while. Is this okay? Yeah. And he ordered himself a drink. Didn't buy them lady drinks? Ladyboy drinks. Lady drinks. Anyway, he didn't buy any drinks at that point. And he sat there for an hour, a couple of drinks, watching the various ladyboys dancing on stage. And quite often, a lot of them had bikinis on. Some had one-piece, like swimming costumes on, but they all were clothed in that go-go bar. And he found himself trying to work out if they'd had an operation or not, and whether top half was real. But he really was enjoying himself. Currently watching Ron walk across the garden towards the 3 roosters, and he's thinking, that's KFC. He really enjoyed himself and thought, there's not much here at Nana, there's too many foreigners around. He got his bill, paid his bill, and left. And he's thinking, there's just too many foreigners around. He knew Soy Cowboy was up the road, but it was quite a way up the road. But that was a really nice walk along Sukhumvit up to Soy Cowboy. And there were some bars along there that could be ladyboy bars. He thought, I'm going to take that walk. He was in no rush, he could be out all night long, doesn't matter. And he did. He started walking up the main Sukhumvit road from Soy 4. Soy Cowboy is between Soy 21 and 23. It's a connecting road on the left hand side. So he's walking up all the way along, and he's crossed the road, so he's on the left hand side of Sukhumvit going up towards Cowboy. And there's all the street vendors selling shirts and knives and pots and leather goods. It's a great road to walk up at night. There's a lot of freelancer girls and ladyboys on that road walking along. And halfway along, Therme, very famous bar in the old days, very famous. He'd heard about that bar, but he'd heard that it was just a strange people went in that bar. He didn't go in. He saw it, looked down, he's down the steps, but he noted it. He carried on walking, and ladyboy approached him on the road, very, very tall, not that attractive, and said hi. Oh, thank you, Ron. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Bit of an animal interaction today on this love story. Ladyboys, exploring ladyboys. To look at Craig, you would never think that he would be interacting with ladyboys, or trying to, or possibly going to. He was a lorry driver from Ireland, tough looking guy. As always, put some comments below. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.